Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for some DC reviews, and in these DC reviews I'm covering Flash issue 19 by Simon Spurrier and also Justice League Unlimited issue 5 by Mark Waid. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, moving into first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence, it sort of does, to which I give it a 6 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with the members of the Justice League Unlimited, and something has now begun to go wrong with the other Wally West, which is with them. And of course, they have to work on taking the character down, whilst the other Wally is also on Skataris. Moving towards the middle of the story, we get to see a little bit more happening with the character of Flash, along with some things happening in relation to Eclipso and Warlord and other characters that are present on Skataris. Until last but not least, we reach towards the end to whatever the hell this thing is. For the internal art, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. Considering how far we are issue-wise, did we get any comic book references to, well, any previous issues or anything that might connect to this issue? The answer is nope, not at all. Too lazy to do it. Next is the area of time. Again, nope, not at all. Too lazy to do it. Next is the location, to which we get to see Skataris. Last but not least, the cast of characters consisting of Wally West Flash, Eclipso, Superman, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, so members of the Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, Jay and Irie West, as well as Wade, and last but not least, Warlord. For the overall story rating, I give it a 5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Justice League Unlimited, issue 5. So, as we move into Justice League Unlimited, issue 5, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we learn that it takes place in Sydney, Australia, and of course there's a bit of a conference of sorts, and whilst this is occurring, we are getting some news of who the Inferno are connected to and who happens to be coming the way. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we finally learn that one of the members who are attending the conference also are connected to Inferno, as well as learning from the character of Airwave himself that who the group that's coming in. And last but not least, we do get to see the return of the Legion of Doom once again, but this time they're from a somewhat another timeline or another multiverse of sorts, coming to interfere with, well, the Justice League. So, for the internal art, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. So, first things first, do we get anything time-wise as to when it takes place? No, we don't. Next is the locations that we get to see within the story. Of course, there's Australia, the Watchtower. We get a lab. We also get elsewhere mentioned. The Phantom Zone Gate, or the Prison Gate. Last but not least, we have the cast of characters that consist of Impulse, Flash, Wally West. Of course, there's Supergirl, Green Lantern, and a whole list of other characters, including Superman, Blue Scarab, not Blue Beetle, Blue Scarab, Jaime Reyes. We also have the Legion of Doom themselves, and a couple of other characters that I was unable to record down really well. But for the overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.